Hi everybody, it's Cheryl again. I told you I will go ahead and make some videos and let you know what projects I'm going to be doing in the yard for my planting and everything. Well, please bear in mind I'm doing this on my own here with my phone. So I'm sorry about the contest thing. After the first two, it was just fine. Mary got hers. I just need to find a way to get Amy hers. $25 gift cards. I do want to go ahead and run these. I think it's a very good thing to save money on your grocery bills. I mean, you can go ahead and coupon, do whatever you want, but an extra $25 helps towards your grocery bill. I'm going to go ahead and go on my blog, figure out how I'm going to be able to get everything settled with that, and then do the link thing on like some of the big businesses do on Facebook. Once the link thing is gone, then you can enter off of Facebook, and you don't have to worry about going on the blog itself to enter. So I'll go ahead and get that done. One of my readers suggested that doing a coupon thing sometime maybe during the summer would be a good thing, so that everyone can get together. I'll make the event up. I'll look into renting a park or something. We could all get together, share secrets, exchange coupons. It will be a wonderful thing for all of us to meet, to get together. I'll get some prizes together, maybe some coupon pamphlets, some little baggies or something like I suggested with the coupon blog's name on it. And you guys can reuse that for grocery shopping as well. I'll look into getting that done. Alright, so bear in mind, my yard is just starting. This is like the third day of good weather we've had here in southeast Michigan, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you through the yard. You've seen pictures last year. You can go back on any of my photos and look. You'll see what photos I had from last year's planting at the beginning. This year I'm starting everything out again and over, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Alright, as far as this goes, I'm going to get some pallet wood from a lot of these businesses that are local for me. One of the businesses, IBP in Livonia, I checked them out. They always have pallet wood. What I'm going to be doing with pallet wood is making like the window boxes, like the planters that you can just go ahead and nail together. There's lots of YouTube videos you can look at. Use pallet wood for gardening. They have some really good tips and ideas. You should check that out. If you have a yard you can do it in. I mean, you can always get pallet wood, and if you're in an apartment or a townhouse or a condo or something and you only have like one of those open porches, you can also make window boxes too. I mean, the wood's free. Sand it, take it apart, sand it down, and make your own boxes, and then go ahead and plant. It's free food, and I mean, apart from going ahead and buying the seeds, so and I'll show you where I'm gonna do that stuff in the yard too, and I'll be taking pictures, maybe more video, show you how everything's going, and what I'm gonna be planting, stuff like that. Alright, so the first project when I get the pallet wood is I'm gonna be making 2 door panels. I'm going to take it like the fencing that you'll see going around the yard here, and then I'm going to use like a 2x4 to go ahead and lock it, because I need it for just fencing in a small area out here, out part of my sunroom area here, just for the dogs to come in and do their business and stuff like that, so they're not out in my yard, because I don't want any of that near any of my gardening. So I'm going to take a video of this so that you can see what the fence looks like, and I will take pictures and snapshots, whatever, and show you that too as well. Alright, see the fence here. Okay, I'm sorry, that's my minivan. I'm going to be making 2 big door panels right there, just like I said, to keep the privacy in, and let the dogs do their business without anyone seeing. Last year you saw this. Now, this is where my scallions are, my green onions. Basically, what I did was I went to the local farmer's market. I took them and I just planted them in. Now, you don't need to worry about getting stuff to grow. I mean, you could get seed packets and grow your onions, and that's just fine too as well. But as you can see here, You see, like with right where the roots are. All you have to do is just, get them from the grocery store even if you want. Separate them and just plant them right into the dirt. They already have the root system established, so all you have to do is just stick them in and let them grow. Basically, what I do is, once they start growing here, is I clip them off. I clip them off and maybe leave about a ½ inch to an inch there, and just take the tops and use that for your cooking, baking, whatever you want to do, your dips, anything like that. And as you can see, what'll happen is you'll get the tops, they'll start to brown, but that's fine. That way you know you already cut that. But what happens is, even though these tops here are like this, they'll start growing in. See, all these were last year's. And what I did was, I didn't pull these out. I left them there all winter. And you know what? They're very prolific. They're awesome. They stayed all winter. They didn't die. They didn't shrivel, nothing. And I just left it basically there as sort of a project, just to see if they'll stay in there. And I know there's leaves and stuff. I'll clear that out eventually, toss them, whatever, And if you have a small pot like this, you can go ahead and grow them in there. Window box, whatever you've got, go ahead. And as you can see, there's some herbs already growing in here. That's from those white flower things that I had here hanging off of my fence right here. Apparently some of the seeds got down here in the onions, and that's good. I'll just leave it there. Right here, I went to the dollar store and found these. Yeah, you could find them anywhere, sorry. I just grabbed some dirt from the dollar store. They have little, maybe 5-pound packets. My daughter and I, basically what we did was we put lettuce leaves in here. These are lettuce already starting to grow. I had, 6 packets of them. You can see they're already starting to sprout. This is only 3 days worth of growth. 3 days. So I'm very, very awesome. Here's my handy watering can. I love that thing. It has at least 2 gallons in there worth that I can take and water all my plants. So as you can see, I have 4 more here. We just went ahead and put the dirt in, put the lettuce seeds in, and put a little dirt on top, brought them out here, even though it was a little cold 2-3 days ago. They started growing. And here, you saw that I had these, but I did not have any dirt in them whatsoever. I just took the dollar store dirt, I put them in, and in this one, these are the ones that I actually did pull out that started growing into onions last year. I just kept them in the back room, in the sunroom, and they just kind of dried out. So my daughter, son, and I, we just went ahead and we put them all in here, and you can see they're already starting to sprout. Some of them haven't even come in yet, and they're just starting to grow, as if you can see that. Like that one there, and that. So this is our little onion patch that we're going to grow big onions out of. Maybe I'll decide to keep them as the scallions, who knows, we'll decide that. And here in this one, as you can see, garlic. I just took 3 cloves of garlic that I got from the farmer's market. You could go to Randazzo's, anything that's near you. Basically what I did was I broke apart all the garlic cloves, and we took the garlic cloves and we just stuck them into the dirt. That's all you need to do to grow your garlic. Now it takes about a half season to grow these. With all the farmers that I went to the farmer market, they say go ahead and plant them in October or November. That way they can root, and then when the winter comes and the winter goes, they'll start coming up like this. But this here, we planted the same time as we did the onions and as we did all the lettuce leaves. So you can see they're already starting to grow in. They're looking awesome. Now I can't wait to take this and use it for all of my cooking. Being Italian, Sicilian, Irish, Polish, English, I love using this stuff in my food, especially being Italian. It's just one of my mainstays. This here, obviously, is where the dogs are. We're going to fill it in with a little bit of dirt, and we're going to put wood over it, because as you can see, the winter kind of killed some of the grass out. Now, this stuff I have here only to keep the dogs used to being in one area, because what we're going to do is we're going to take the pallet wood, we're going to take it from here over to this area, and what we're going to do is put it right behind the sunroom here, the edge of the sunroom. The only reason why we're going to do that is so that we can keep this area in, and this will be the little dog pen for the dogs to run around in. Here, I did take pictures of this last year too. This is one of my trusty rain barrels. My husband, he took a saw, and basically this ran all the way down to the ground. Took a saw, cut this off, and we just took this part off the bottom here where the water comes out, off the piece that we cut off, and we just stuck it here, and he took some nails, screws, and he put them in, and it stays. It's fine. It's sturdy. It works. Rain comes up from the top, out the bottom, and into my water barrel. Now, inside my water barrel, I got this from my water department. You guys should look into doing that, because at the water department, they're about $60. $60 are about half the price of what you would get them from Home Depot or anywhere else. So this is where I store my rainwater. I do not put the wood or the screws in, because not only don't want the screws to rust and break, I just have it handy so I can go like this. I can take my buckets that I have right here you can use any type of buckets. You can use cat litter ones. You can use ones from bakeries. They always have like empty frosting buckets that they can give away for free. Ask them for it. If you have a cat, you got free buckets here after you get cat litter. Use them, reuse them. I take the buckets, I scoop out the water, and I put them in what I call Cheryl's Polish rain barrels. And I use the Rubbermaid cans here. I use regular cans. You could do anything to store the water in. Now inside the house I have, see the little piggy? That's what the kids use to water the plants with. I got something inside the back room in the sunroom here that I'm going to have my husband attach to the end of this hose. Basically, that way it could stretch not just from one Polish rain barrel to the next. It'll reach all the way across, because as you can see here, I'm starting to fill dirt in. I don't want water filling up this whole entire area. This whole entire area here always had water build up every time it would rain outside. So basically what I'm doing is taking the topsoil and any kind of dirt and filling this area in, so when it rains this summer, I'm not going to get any flooding in the backyard here up near the sunroom, because, I don't want naturally the sunroom to fall apart. If the bricks are underwater, they'll start crumbling. So basically, topsoil around here. Here's my other one. And my other rain barrel on the other side. Start filling in grass on this side as well, just for flooding purposes. Now, you did see this from last year. I took pictures here. This is where I put my tomatoes in, and excuse me, radish and carrot and everything. This soil, because it's already been used 1 year, is already ready to be turned. I have one of those little poles that have the claws that go down. You just put it in, dig, and then all around. When you dig, it mixes all your dirt for you. It's really a winner. This is the one I started on now. The kids and I took the double bricks from this side that we're lining all this entire area here, and we just went ahead and we made a twin. Put all the bricks here on this side like this. Now, because that part there, we had an in-ground pool that was over here. This whole area was an in-ground pool. We took all the dirt that was in the back lining the fence, filled in all of this area here. With that, a lot of it was sandy. So when we took it, filled in this whole entire area, you can figure probably about right in this area here in the back, you can actually stand into it, and your head was still underground. So, I mean, it came up like this to where kids can be on this side of the pool. But, we took all that down, got rid of it, gave it to a junker so that they could take it and make some money off of it, off of all the metal. Now, since this side of it was all sandy, I'm just taking it, I'm taking the sand, I'm filling it in, you know, I still have this part to go, because you see how it's all uneven. Once I get this is basically done, I'm going to have my son take my rake and have him even it out. Take some of that soil, because it's was already used from last year, put it in here and just flatten it out, because once I flatten that out, I'm going to go to the store and get some more dirt and put it in, and then we'll start planting everything. Now I got popsicle sticks. So what I'm going to do this year is put popsicle sticks every single place that I put the seeds, so I know exactly what is not weeds growing in. That problem I had last year, my husband was picking stuff up thinking they were weeds. They were actually plants starting to grow. So as much as I love his help and want his help, I'd rather have something there. If I'm not at home or I'm with the kids and I'm busy, he can go ahead and weed without taking out the actual plants. So since we have this one here as a twin to this, I'm going to take this whole entire area. This area here, grass will stay. I'll just go ahead and take the top soil out, take this soil out all the way down to the back where that tree is that we're trying to get rid of. We're trying to kill, actually. We want to take the logs off to get them away from the power lines. DTE came out and cut some of it down, but it wasn't enough. It's all still growing up there, and we don't want it up there messing up any power lines. So we're going to take those tree limbs down, and as I go back there, I'll show you some of the ones that we already done. But this whole entire area will be in with the pallet wood boxes. This whole entire area here, like I said, will be another, probably a twin of that, but it's going to go lengthwise instead of like what they are now. This area here, like I said, grass doesn't grow in really well because of the sand, but that's okay. Over here, as I showed you before with the pictures, these are my wonderful raspberry plants here. Raspberry plants are already starting to spud. It's awesome. It's growing. As you can see here, my onions that I left in over the winter that were just babies last year that didn't grow in during the fall are growing in. Beautiful, isn't it? I'm going to have some onion in the next few weeks. Yes, I can see the morning glories and flowers are beautiful, but I'll get to them later. But here you can see where the grapevines are. This is one. I have one over here in the strawberries and another one there. So there's 3 sets of grapes that I have growing in, because there are 3 different sets of grapes. The vines are growing in. They're coming around. Basically, I'm going to have them wrap around this whole entire area all the way across. Because, you know, that's where I want to grow my grapes and grab my grapes from. Here's the window box that we basically took from the deck. This whole entire thing was part of the deck to go into the pool. We just took the leftover wood from the pool itself here, as you can see. My husband made the T-bars on both sides, and the same on that side as well, because I wanted to do the upside down planters. You saw pictures of that last year too as well. Now those things were a pain in the neck. I'm going to tell you, they may grow your plants, but if you don't have the room, don't use them. Just get those planters that you get with flowers. They're smaller. You can put a hole in the bottom of the planters, have the plants come out from the bottom and grow out the top as well. You can grow your herbs off the top, which is a very good idea, and that's what I'm going to do this year for my T-bars. Okay, this is part of the leftover wood from the stops and everything that we had. As you can see, I took all the dirt out. I'll be putting new dirt in. They're coming apart a little bit, but what we do is we take, see that? Okay, that's part of the stuff that we use to fill in the gaps so that the water and the dirt doesn't come through. You know, you got gaps like this. Maybe if you can see my fingers. You don't want the soil and the water just pouring out the sides. So we just take it and fill it in with plumber's putty, which works very well. It works for the season. We'll have to do it every year, but it works. And here's the 2 strawberry plants patches. Letting them grow into that 3rd one. So I had all 4 of these full of strawberry plants, but you know, I pulled them all out so I could put the raspberries and the onions in there. I'm just going to leave that raspberry and onions. And as for this will all fill in. Like I said, I'll take more pictures. I got all these plants from a good friend of mine. His mother had a strawberry patch in her backyard. It was overgrowing. And she told me just come over. You know, she knows I love strawberries. And I took them and I planted them here in this area. So instead of taking this whole wood deck down, which you can imagine was going up high, we took all the wood down and created our little garden. Good reuse of everything that you need. Now here, these are my 4 blueberry plants. It does take 1 or 2 years to establish. I planted these last year. I only got like 2 or 3 blueberries, but you know, that's okay because this year I plan on putting some good soil over here, maybe mulch. I'll let the strawberries grow in underneath so it'll help protect the roots. As you can see, some of the roots are starting to come out. So basically what I want to do is protect the roots of these blueberry plants. I want them to grow big and lush. I want them to be able to give me a good blueberry patch. Okay, over here, this is where you saw from some of the pictures, I had the sinks that I explained were rejects from a plant that makes sinks. Either they have cracks in it or the measurements weren't right from the people who made them. You can get them for free instead of them throwing it away. And I used them as planters, as you can see. So what I do is, this is my other set of rain barrels. Obviously they're not rain barrels, they're garbage cans, but you can get them from ACO or Ace or any of your hardware stores. I don't know what area you're in. But you can get these pretty cheap. They're about $5, $6. They were on sale at ACO for $5 last week, but I got a rain check because they never came in. I took what we were getting from the rain out of those 4, and I just started filling these. I brought these over here, and you see, yeah, of course you can see like there's plants and whatever that's in here, weeds, whatever. But basically you're just grabbing the rainwater. Plants love rainwater. You can water your plants with your hose and everything, but basically they want this. This is what they grow sturdy off of. This is where you get most of your plants from. So if you can grab a couple barrels here, take them, fill them with the rainwater. I had them lining up all across that entire way last year. So all I had to do is take the buckets, take them out, and go ahead and water all my plants there. So I took all the bricks that I had lining this area here. That we made this actually for our table. We had a table with an umbrella and chairs that were right here. So the kids or whoever, we have a party or barbecue, we sat here. But basically I took it last year and moved the table over, and we used it for the wood. Took the bricks, and the kids made this lovely little square. This lovely little square is going to be probably where I do small plants, like my radish and my carrot. I'm not sure yet, but I still have to dig out all this dirt. The dirt will help keep this filled in. I'll fill some in there, and I'll fill some in there wherever I put all of these pallet boxes that I'm going to be creating. Now I'm going to be putting pallet boxes over here. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pallets itself here. But I'm going to leave them just the way they are. I'm going to take some landscaping fabric and I'm going to wrap them around and make sure no dirt comes out the edges. I'm going to fill them in with dirt and I'm going to try to plant corn stalks. Now, I'm not sure how well it's going to do, but it will root underneath here. The corn stalks will root. But you need several rows of corn so that they can pollinate each other, cross-pollinate each other. So this is where I'm going to grow all my corn stalks. Now, you only get like 2 or 3 ears per stalk, but it worked at my other house, and it worked wonders. It's great. They grow really great. So this is where we're going to be taking these down. We've been working on this last year. As you can see, we've got them all cut up. We've got some here. Our neighbor actually is starting to do his over there as well. So, very smart man, him and his wife. Because I'm sure they don't want their power going out during the summer with all the storms we get. So we're going to be taking all of these down, and we keep them here let them dry out. For this here we had from last year because we didn't have enough time before the winter came to go ahead and cut them. We take the axe and make some nice wood. So these are the planters from last year that I had over there where my rain barrels are. Actually, I'm going to take planters, they're going to be containers, and I'm going to put it all around those. So as you can see, for every square foot of cement pieces that we have there on the outside, we'll have 5, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 container planters, either with a bowl like I did up there, or in a planter from a flower, and we're just going to plant some, maybe some peppers like I did last year over there, who knows. So these are the sinks. You can see them in real time right now. And these, basically what I'm going to do is put in pea plants, snap peas, green beans. I put these up here. This is where my netting, like I have over here on the old deck, I'm going to put netting up on the side. I'm going to get the ones that I have here inside of here. I'm going to take and line up here along this as well. And I'm going to put another one of these on the end. I'm going to take the netting and bring that across, and hopefully with everything that we cleared up here from the power lines will give us enough sun to go ahead and plant along here. And this whole entire thing will be nothing but snap peas, sweet peas, you know, green beans. It'll be awesome. So I just wanted to show you really quick before I get done here what I did with all the wood, what we did with it. We took it, we have more buckets obviously, of course, but we take that to get fill dirt and we put it into the ground. All the dirt we get when we plant that we get in the buckets. But we took all the wood from the trees that we took down, tree limbs. Husband got really great exercise with the hand axe, and it's here. We're going to have some nice bonfires. Here is where I'm talking about. You have these little planters from flowers. You get them from Mother's Day. Get them on clearance from the grocery store, whatever you want to do. But this is where I'm going to be hanging my plants. I already have holes cut on the bottoms, as you can see. Well, this one doesn't, but all the rest do. They have holes on the bottoms for the plants to come out. I take a sponge, get them from the dollar store. Sorry, cut them in half. Place the sponge here on the bottom. Okay, I'm just going to give you an example of what I do. That has a crack in it, but I don't worry about that. I just put a coffee filter right here where the crack is. No dirt or anything would come out. I take the sponge that I cut in half and I place it here. Now when you place it here, what you're going to want to do is be very careful. Your root ball is going to come up here. When you fill it in with dirt, fill it in very, very lightly. You don't want your roots from your plant, whether it's vegetable or fruit, whatever you want to plant in here, you don't want to ruin those roots. You want them to grow. Now, on top of that, when you get it all nice and lightly filled in, you can put in your herb seeds right here. You know, put some more on top, water it, and go ahead and hang it. Now, when you're putting them in through the bottom, what you're going to want to do is the plant's going to be down here. You want to make sure it's at least 5 inches or so that the plant has sun. Because when they're hanging, you want to make sure that the plant has some sun coming on it so it can grow. You can take these off, spin them, do whatever you want, turn them as they're growing so that the plant's growing really well. Believe me, these things work. These things work. And as you can see, I have my tomato cages, the kids' stuff, and everything else that's in here, all my tools and whatever. And yes, to save money, you can see old-fashioned push mower. This old-fashioned push mower gives you exercise, but you're saving on gas money and everything, doing your grass, doing your lawn. Got to keep making sure that the blades are sharpened because, as you can see, it's not picking everything up. But as you can see, most of the grass, except where I need a weed whack, is coming up and around. It's going to be a problem, but like I said, I want to fill all this area in. We'll take snapshots. We'll let you know what's going on. We'll let you know how it grows. you could do the same thing. Just take stuff that you find, reuse it, be green. I mean, if you have to buy it, it's fine. Go ahead and buy stuff. But, you know, it's what I got going so far. And I will let you know what's going on with it. So, like I said, sorry from before. Hope this helps a little bit. You can see how my project is. I want you to share on my journey with me with this awesome thing. Let you know how it goes. Thank you very much for listening and paying attention, and maybe you can use some of these ideas for your own garden. All right, I'll see you later. Thank you very much.